Do you have a TV? Do you have an air conditioner? If yes, then you're already familiar with one of these dreaded envelopes called an electricity bill, showing up every single month. Today, let's talk about how you could cut your power bill by up to 90%. Electricity use in the US has skyrocketed since the early 2000s. Combine that with average annual utility price hikes, and it's no surprise that bills have doubled or even tripled in the past decade. We humans think we're the smartest species alive, yet we're the only ones paying for resources that are naturally available, like land, water, and sunlight. Things that should be free are costing us more and more. Let's focus on electricity. According to Global Energy Research, the world's power demand could technically be met if a solar farm the size of Spain were built. That means, in theory, electricity could be free for everyone. But since no one's setting that up anytime soon, let's figure out how you can stop overpaying and start producing your own energy. Here's the math. Your utility bill equals the number of kilowatt hours you use multiplied by the cost per unit. Just like tax brackets, the more you consume, the higher the rate. For example, in states like California, Hawaii, and Massachusetts, power rates are among the highest, sometimes over 30 cents per kilowatt hour. Other states like Washington or Idaho charge far less, around 8–10 cents per unit. The takeaway? The more you use in a high-cost state, the faster your bill explodes. So how do you escape this? By producing some of your own electricity. That's where solar comes in. A rooftop solar setup lets you harness the sun's energy and turn it into clean electricity. There are three main kinds of systems. 1. On-grid systems, the cheapest to install, sending power back into the local utility grid. 2. Off-grid systems, store energy in batteries for your own use but cost more due to storage hardware. 3. Hybrid systems, a mix of both, send power to the grid during the day, but store some for when the grid is down. The most cost-effective option for most households is the on-grid system. It doesn't need huge space and is far more affordable up front. So what do you need before installing one? First, space, a rooftop or open area without shade. Roughly, a 1 kilowatt panel requires about 100 square feet, similar to a small bedroom. Second, cost. A 1 kilowatt system can run between $3,000, $4,000 in the US. There's also routine maintenance, though minimal, and a slight efficiency drop over decades. Most panels last 20–25 years with less than 1% efficiency loss annually. How many panels do you need? That depends on your roof size, your energy usage, and the rate you're paying. The goal isn't necessarily to go 100% off-grid. It's smarter to target the portion of your bill that comes from the highest-priced usage tiers. That way you slash costs where it matters most. Let's run an example. Suppose your monthly bill is $200 and half of that comes from high-rate usage. By installing a 4 kilowatt solar system, you could offset those expensive units and bring your bill down by 80–90%. The break-even point often comes in about 6–8 years, after which the savings are essentially profit. Now, how does the billing work? Through something called net metering. Here's how. Your solar panels generate power. If you produce more than you use, the extra goes into the grid, and your utility credits you. At the end of the month, you only pay for the net power you used, your consumption minus what you exported. That's why targeting higher cost units makes the most financial sense. For context, a single 1 kilowatt solar panel system produces about 1,500 units annually if you live in a sunny state. Over decades, that adds up to tens of thousands in savings. But here's the catch. If your average utility rate is already very low, like under 10 cents per unit, the return on investment will be slower. Solar shines brightest, financially, in states where power costs are steep. So what's the process? In most states, you apply through your local utility for net metering approval. Hire a certified installer, get the system connected, and once inspected, you'll be credited for the energy you generate. Yes, it may feel overwhelming at first, but once installed, the system quietly runs on its own for decades, slashing your bills year after year. So next time someone at home complains about how high the electricity bill is, you'll know the solution. The sun has always been free, it's just about tapping into it.